Hello. We're back. Or I'm back. How many times have I said that? I feel like I've used that same intro before. So, anyway, I'm back though. Did you miss me? Of course you did. You can't live without me. No. Playing Danganronpa and we're doing a trial. You knew that already. Why am I explaining these things to you? Upshift wasn't that useful. It seemed like it was it seemed like it would be useful, but then it was like, I don't know. It didn't seem to make much of a difference. Wondering if there's something I should get rid of. I mean, I don't know if there's anything that really seems like useless. I'm still not sure. Like, the thing with the V points is, like, I don't understand. Like, if you don't have that ability, what are you supposed to do about those? That's broken. Yeah, upshift didn't seem that useful. Oh, I don't have enough. That's okay, well. Yeah, there's nothing that's... Wait. Oh, never mind. I thought I saw something else that I could buy, but no. I should view the handbook. I forgot to last time, before the trial. I should do that this time. Truthful, let's... Should view the evidence, that is. I'm in the computer room. Estimated time of death is 6:30 a.m. No injuries can be found on the victim's body. Okay. Oops. Yep, that's all I need. That's all I need to know. I've cracked the case immediately. All I need to know is when she died, and I've figured it all out. Found in Kokichi's seat. Poison is neutralized if it is mixed into anything, but it's still quite dangerous, and even a small amount will kill someone. It causes subconjunctival hemorrhaging, making its victim's eyes completely bloodshot. Were her eyes bloodshot? I don't think they were. But that's probably relevant. It will be when someone mentions that her eyes weren't bloodshot or... I don't know. For visors to function, they need to be plugged into the computer with two specific cords. The red cord is for consciousness, blue cord is for memory. Killing game simulator. Objects can't break. Avatars cannot be injured. However, the body's 5 senses are connected to the avatar, and any damage any avatar takes is felt by the user's real body. If an avatar takes fatal damage, then the real body will also die from shock. Which I mentioned. And that's probably what actually killed her. I think the poison's a red herring. No special travel methods, such as vehicles or warps. That's a weird detail, but... To Shamiu, who died before she could log out, everyone only logged in and out once each. Timestamps for their logins and logouts are as follows. Yeah, and then Kaito's the, like, suspicious one because he logged out like an hour before everyone else. He was also probably forced out. I was the only one logged out from the virtual world. I was looking for the secret of the outside world. The mansion searched how a ring of light appeared around his feet. He was suddenly logged out against his will, not knowing if it was okay to log back in or not. He went to his room and slept. Smogi was searching for the secret of the outside world in the virtual world's mansion. She saw Miyu's avatar through the window. Yeah, there was a loud noise, which... I'm guessing... Should have been past the map loading point, yeah. I'm guessing, because there was the... where is it? This thing. I'm guessing this was used as like a sled to get off the roof. I don't know why, but I'm guessing that's a thing that happened. You volunteered to search outside the chapel and split up from Himiko and the others. Himiko, Maki, and Kibo were searching inside the chapel. They heard a loud sound as though something hit the chapel from outside. When they went to investigate, they found Miu's avatar on the ground. Himiko and the others ran back to the mansion to log out and check on Miu, but with no bridge, they couldn't cross the river. I think we'll end, Kibo was the first to discover Miu's body. First floor is a salon, dining room, kitchen, and a bathroom. Second floor is only the rooftop. Looking for the secret of the outside world, Kichi searched the salon, Tsunogi searched the dining room, Koda searched the rooftop, and Ganta searched the outside of the mansion. Surrounded by walls on all four, surrounded by walls on all four sides. Loading point. What's in the two sides? Sight and hearing are momentarily cut off. It's necessary to go between the mansion and chapel. Is necessary. Wait. In order to go between the mansion and chapel, it is necessary to go through the map loading point and across the river that runs parallel to it. Again, wasn't there something weird about how objects work or something like that? And then toilet paper was found on the ground. Nothing more about that. Toilet paper will be the key to solving this case somehow. It will be a key for sure. Signboard just long enough to use as a toilet paper. I don't think you want to use that as toilet paper. Just saying. On the ground with Miu's avatar and claim she had rerun the virtual world to delete all dangerous objects that we use as weapons. Phone in the salon allows its user to log out by saying their name into it. It's used to force someone else to log out by saying their name into it. Wait, would the phone in the salon work that way? They never tried it, I don't think. They never tested it, so I don't know. Found on the ground by Miu's avatar was not seen in the chapel before that point. Well, yeah, that was in the storage room on the roof, and I guess the hammer was probably there too. When frozen collapsed in the snow between the chapel and the wall where the virtual world ends, when the user logs out, their avatar disappears, but if the user's real body dies, the avatar stays in the virtual world. Human or object. Most avatars are set to human. Over Miu's avatar is the only one set to object. Yeah, because it's like objects can ignore something. Miu told Kokichi to meet her on the rooftop of the mansion. When everyone was deciding how to split up to search for the secret of the outside world, Miu volunteered to search the chapel. There are no witnesses who can confirm whether or not Kokichi was actually in the salon. Miu added a long wall along the length of the y-axis. The wall had a special setting that allowed non-human objects to pass through it. Yeah. So just her specifically could go across. Kokichi's avatar had a special setting. If Miu touched him, he would be unable to move. Although she's an inventor, that wouldn't necessarily mean she's a programmer. I never thought about that. That actually doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, that's like why. Logged in for the first time, an avatar user error occurred. Oh right, yeah. It was just that's about all we know about that. Don't know. Oops. Don't want to do that. No. I'm fine with what difficulty I'm on.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation.
What?
Screw it. This is tiresome.
It's like, is he like sleepy or something? Because it doesn't make any sense.
More motivation.
You're not actually
I do.
sentient.
I really, really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
What?
Huh? You mean
Oh.
like
I was like, what?
It means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
So, that's,
Are you
That's,
sure you make a decision
seems
like that so casually?
too easy?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Or does that mean both?
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Does it mean they both get
That's what we
executed?
want, Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it? We can't die here!
Or does that mean
Alright.
only one of them
You
gets
guys
executed? I don't
become
know.
determined. It's true. People really do change.
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
That's none of your business!
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify...
Kaito's the culprit!
Volume might be a little
What?
low.
Say that to my face.
Maybe.
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right?
Yeah, so we're getting to this immediately?
You were
Okay.
able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
He could have, it doesn't mean he did.
Don't screw around. There's no way I'm the culprit.
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
I mean, did we trust Kyo? Barely. It can't be.
Kaito logged out first, by himself. Mew
Kyle's account.
was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
She probably wasn't even poisoned.
Impossible, because I didn't do it. I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
Kaito logged out first, by himself.
They didn't mention anything about her having
Mew
bloodshot
was
eyes.
still logged in, though.
Like, it was never mentioned
That's
at
when you
all.
poisoned her.
That's wrong.
There was no V counter option there. A file? A file doesn't mention it. I mean, that's all there is it just doesn't mention it. I guess. It says there are no injuries, I guess, but bloodshot eyes wouldn't really be an injury. I don't know. I guess maybe it qualifies that as an injury. Either way.
Mew wasn't killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Mew's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Then what was that poison for?
probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
The culprit or Kokichi just messing with us for no reason. The hammer. Wait. Where does it actually... Where is it? Where are you at? Not the hammer. Is that what I want? No. The toilet paper is the culprit.
Oh no!
Wait, what? Excuse me? Did you not just say... It's clearly something... Wait, is that what I want?
This is it!
There we go. Okay, that's the one that actually mentions how
Mew's cause
that
of
works.
death was the killing game simulator itself. In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in the program's text file.
Wouldn't that not be an issue if you couldn't
Mew
feel
received
pain?
fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case,
So
it's
why
fair
not
to
just
say
make it
that
so
the
you can't
cause of
feel
death
pain,
was
which would be the
actually
logical
simulator.
thing to do?
Gonta has question. Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
Excuse me, Gonta.
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
If Mew was
You
killed
you
in
were
the
there.
virtual world, then the next
We
thing
we
need
don't
to
we
figure
shouldn't need
out
to explain this to you.
is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Oh, it seems like Gonte is confused. So why don't we review
Remember who
things a bit?
modded it? Mew?
So we split into two groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Hey, who you
Yes,
calling
but anyone
NPC,
could have
you
figured out that
ASF?
you could die of shock.
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko.
Like, I figure
and
Shuichi could have figured that out before once she said, "Oh, you can feel pain." I figured that out. I'm not a doctor. Neither is Shuichi.
That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
With the Kinks Pro, yeah, that death fetish. I'm joking, but that's a real thing apparently.
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Okay, well, get to work.
Let's begin.
Artists, actually, probably please don't. Yeah, you can't stop them though.
In the virtual world, Mew was fatally injured. So let's
That's
focus our efforts
all.
on that first.
Whatever did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that
Corpse
blood force
embrace
was involved?
fish.
I think strangulation is more likely.
Could have been. That is likely.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Could she have drowned?
Probably not.
In the virtual world, Mew was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
This game came out several months ago in Japan, and all it takes to stop them. Well, we don't necessarily know
Her avatar.
how.
Hammer!
I don't know
Or
how
going to beat her
accurate the
with his bare
localization is.
hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation.
I agree.
V agree, V consent.
Yu's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Yu was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation. Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Miu was holding
They
her
do?
throat. It's obvious she was trying
I
to
don't know.
protect
They could have
her.
made that up if they wanted to. Who's gonna verify it?
Oh, the assassin master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
What's your point?
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
Probably.
Is strangulation even possible in the virtual world?
Why wouldn't it be?
If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
The toilet paper. The
Then they must
toilet
have
paper
used
killed
something
her.
else as a rope.
Killed her. Maybe. Actually? I mean, it could be. It's probably the toilet paper. That's the only thing that vaguely resembles a rope.
This is it!
Oh yeah, because it won't break.
During the investigation,
And
we
toilet
found
paper will be
paper
useless in
outside
the
the
virtual
mansion.
world since you wouldn't need to go to the bathroom. They actually mentioned that, didn't they?
I'm guessing
So I guess that includes it
toilet
doesn't
paper
rip.
was used to strangle her.
It must be that one ply stuff that you see. What? That one ply stuff you use that they put in
What
public
do you mean,
bathrooms.
Shuichi?
Huh? What's wrong?
Toilet paper
What's
wouldn't.
wrong? Shuichi goofing off. Not gentlemanly at all.
Kanto, what are you talking about?
It's no time for nonsense. You know can use toilet paper in place of rope.
Why not?
Tear too easy. Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart.
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
Tearing wouldn't matter.
Died such an awful death. So why you not take this seriously? You call yourself ultimate detective? Use your head. Figure out real murder weapon.
Advance
No,
further.
I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
There's no time for nonsense. You know can use toilet paper in place of rope.
Hold on, which objects can't break? There you go.
Would tear too easy.
There we go.
I'll cut
So
through your
if you double advance, then it just sends you back.
The toilet paper wouldn't tear. Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Although at the same, I mean, depending on what type of toilet paper.
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
To be fair, that was a fair point. I
Objects
don't
can't
know if
break in that
anyone
world,
told
then
him
toilet
that.
paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear,
It's a
it
fair
could be
point to
used
bring
as
up
a
at
rope.
least.
Going to not really understand, but... Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
Is it?
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
Nor do I.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
Like the river.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Mew?
That's it! Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
Oh yeah, she was the one who knew it was there.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
She's logically the only one that would have known.
Yeah,
Except for the
she did
hammer
say
for
she deleted
some
any dangerous
reason.
objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
Okay. Well,
Let's
whenever
assume
Mew
that
and
Mew brought the
Kokichi's meeting.
What was she planning to do with it?
Probably related to it.
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Mew volunteered to search the chapel.
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer!
Probably
They
not.
just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone and tried to kill them with it.
You idiot, she was the victim!
That actually wouldn't.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build
Stuff.
with hammer. She
Probably just
brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with and tried to kill them
Ah,
with it.
jeez.
Let's assume that Mew...
Brought the hammer. What was she trying to do with it? Maybe use it to break down a wall? Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer. She
probably just
brought it for self-defense. Or she
Secretly met up with someone
Yeah,
and
jeez.
tried to kill them with it.
That's so specific.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she trying to do with it? Maybe use it to break down a wall? Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer.
In case you're wondering, no, I'm not getting it wrong. It's just hitting the text, otherwise I'd be losing health. There we go.
I agree. Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
But
I
he
overheard them
supposedly
talking
never
about it
did.
at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
Oh, he killed. Confess her love for Kokichi, of course.
That's it. She was trying to kill Kokichi.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Miu's plan, okay?
Kinda wish it would have ended that way instead. What? It's like, sure. Some nice, pop in, pop out there. Who tried to kill Kokichi? Is that the question? Because that's a silly question. Questionable question. Yep. Gotta load. Tried to kill Kokichi. Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna drop like fake letters at some point, like the fake item boxes in Mario Kart. I've heard people say like, oh, those are super easy to avoid, or like, completely useless. It's like, have you played Mario Kart 64? Because they're kind of dumb in that. They're the exact same color as the regular ones, except just upside down, and that's impossible to see when moving at, like, at the speeds you tend to move at. The virtual world. The afterlife. Nobody has played Mario Kart 64 because it's the worst Mario Kart? Have you played Super Mario Kart? Or Super Circuit? Yeah, come at me, I said Super Mario Kart is the worst one. Fight me IRL. Even still, I actually still like Super Mario Kart. I just think it's technically the worst one. Why was a bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat? That I don't know. Did Miu put it there? To divert attention is misplaced hidden evidence. I need to divert attention.
It connects. She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
Wait, when and how?
Miu was the one who put that poison bottle there? No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. When would she have done that?
When could Miu have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison without us noticing, then she must have logged.
Login, logout record. Yep. Miyu never logged out. She was the last one to log in, I guess. So, yeah. She had 2 minutes. That would have been enough time. She probably just, yeah, she was the last one to log out. Log in.
And then what? She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you couldn't have placed the poison.
Well, how do I keep missing these? Just getting them all before. I'm losing it.
It was Mew who planted the poison on Kokichi's
Losing my
chair.
luster.
She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's right. It says that Mew was the last of us to log in.
Yeah, what about it?
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Mew's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
On
Well,
Kaito?
that's not
Oh.
my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
Except who killed her?
Yes, I'm positive of that. Mew used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
The cell phone. We already know this. Actually, well, I guess they technically didn't say it, but it's like, well, yeah.
This is it! It was the cell phone found by Mew's avatar.
Just need to build up your V gauge to take some
That
damage.
cell phone
Yeah.
worked the same way as the phone in the salon. It
Always
logs
forget to use
users in
V
and
trigger.
out.
Never end around without using
I
your V
verified
trigger.
this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
I see. With
Oh, it's
that
actually
cell
totally
phone,
true,
she
actually.
could force anyone
I
to
forgot
log
to use
out
V
at any
reversals.
time.
That's when I actually forget.
But Mew never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because
I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion.
I don't understand what your point is.
Well, I think your ideals should stay the same.
The actual reason was just that you
Because
hate
phonies like you
anyone
are
making
what
any
make the game more
progress.
interesting.
You're a
Don't you
horrible
agree,
person.
Monokuma?
Do I? I don't know about that. Huh? Wait, what were we talking about?
What is Monokuma's deal?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Monokuma lost his mojo.
If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Huh? Mommy?
Oh no.
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
What you mean?
Because she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know. she would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted. And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
And the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
Yeah, it's not like we were gonna spend our whole lives in there or anything. Maybe if that were viable, then we could have done this, but yeah,
She
no.
was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person. I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what
I
to
bet
think.
Kokichi set this up, and there's like a specific reason
Nice!
that she was going to kill him.
Backstabbed by a trusted friend.
Or he is trying to make it look like that was going to
That's an
happen.
ideal fun situation. Now we can start a real class trial.
Hey, Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
He does.
Hmm?
You're only just noticing this?
I don't sound anything like him.
No.
I wonder if they have the
Just
same
like Monokuma.
voice actor, in fact.
Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
You're a huge
Smiling,
coward.
Putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward. Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? There, I did it.
He's completely lost his drive. Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
My head!
I don't know what's going on with them at all.
Kokichi.
The game's going off the rails.
To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone.
Even
Instead of
you,
suspecting
for some
my
reason.
friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
I'm sure it's a situation
course I
where
can.
someone was
I
set
don't
up
need
to
your
kill her
permission.
by accident.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die, you know that?
Wait. Okay. And he never logged back in, right? So... yeah, he logged out and he never logged back in until he came back. So it wouldn't really actually make any sense. Especially the fact that he logged out, in fact, would make him even less suspicious because he couldn't have killed her. She didn't have any wounds. Read to me. Wonder why that's a thing. Anyway.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
Why are you
We
sweating?
with Mew, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Mew.
You
This
didn't?
is what you said.
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
Kaito mentioned the door being locked as well.
Picking your specialty? You should have
He wouldn't have the tools in the virtual world, I don't think.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also,
Do they not have fingers
I
or
never
something
went
in
to the
there?
roof, not even for the meeting.
I remember you and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked?
I also feel like logically
The
it
roof before
wouldn't.
walking out, the door wasn't locked.
There probably wouldn't be a full
Huh?
lock.
How should I know?
You know,
Then who locked
like
the
it wouldn't
door
be
to the roof?
pickable. In the virtual world, it probably wouldn't work like an actual lock.
How should I know?
Although, you know,
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
fictional video game logic.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh,
I mean, he lies a lot anyway, even when it doesn't benefit him.
Realize that.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Mew's death.
Truth?
There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death.
Actually, no, Kaito never said
We need to
he
make sense
saw
of those
Miyu still
first.
alive. Or
Well,
anything.
Shuichi,
He just said he
you
didn't
know your
notice
way
or didn't
around
check.
this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Mew who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Mew sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
And, yeah, why'd you do that?
If that's the case, then Mew might not have even gone to the roof.
She could have gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
She most likely went to the roof.
Mew was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mew should have been at the chapel.
Saw Miyu's avatar through the window.
Look at where
He said he couldn't get in, and no one actually knows if he was in the salon.
her avatar fell. It's right next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So, her meeting with Kokichi...
She stood me up! Mew was waiting for me to arrive.
Wait, no, that wouldn't be it.
I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mew should have been at the chapel. If you look at where her avatar fell, it's right next to the chapel.
How would she have
Oh,
gotten
yes,
to
it
the
is.
mansion?
That's not. I'm not.
There was
Just
no
gonna try to
bridge over the
contradict
river.
that, but.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
Or not?
Oh no!
Mew
mean,
was
she could
waiting
get
for me
across.
to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mew should have been at the chapel.
There we go.
That's wrong!
Mew must have gone to the mansion.
If they had
We
given me a
witness.
different evidence, then I could have
When I
done
was
something
searching
ce,
the
but
dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
doesn't matter.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry.
Also, that hint was a
I
little,
thought I was just mistaken at first.
like, not
Since there was no way she
really
could have come to
good
the
at conveying what it was they wanted you to do.
mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
It must have been some special method only Mew knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
Cheating.
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
Actually, we already know.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time.
That's true. You shouldn't, at
This
least.
class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
We already know what the method was. I thought you already knew. Oh no, why, okay, never mind. Thought we were, doing something else.
A way
Wall.
across it only Mew knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard, maybe.
Or instead
It's
of
not
bridge,
quite a hidden bridge.
Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
No.
Or maybe she teleported with magic.
Would
Or she
teleportation
used a
be?
warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across. I suppose it is possible she used that to change places.
Man, you guys are
That's
way
not there
off.
for very long.
Or maybe I'm just pulling your legs.
What? Can we just tie him up or something?
Mew knew about.
Throw him in a corner somewhere until the trial's over, or we need
Or
him.
Instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
Or maybe she teleported with magic. Or she used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across.
Yeah. Robotic consent.
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Was there really?
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world.
There are some times where it feels kind of baffling that they don't
Wall
figure these
stretches
things
along the
out
Y-axis, but we found
before.
2 such walls in the virtual world.
Like before the trial
It's
starts.
unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel.
Both, they're the same wall.
We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass through.
Don't be naive, Shuichi.
What is it, Kaito?
Kaito wants to be useful.
Jeez, you set up a weird wall like that? That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
I don't understand
to
what.
do with it?
What?
You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge?
I think Kaito's just trying to be useful.
Well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
I don't think he has an actual point to make.
What
It's
we
our
gotta
turn.
figure out is how Mew got from the chapel to... So why waste time...
It was just human organism. It was an
I'm
object.
talking about the impossible. It's pointless.
It's one of those something.
We gotta take a whole new
One of those
approach
middle
here.
three.
Now, wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through.
She's not a human.
So you obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all.
Oops.
You get
Okay.
it?
Well, that
So
appeared
let's go
too
through this
fast.
one more time.
And I was mashing too hard.
But you just said so, didn't you?
There we go.
That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all.
I'll cut through your words. The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed.
I wonder if, like, the
She
fact
also
that this
changed her
is...
avatar settings from human to object.
The fact that this one was ported to PS4, or not ported to PS4, but actually launched on PS4
Means the virtual
with the
world
Vita
treated the
version
avatar as an object.
has something to do with
She could have
why
passed
this
through
one's a
wall
lot
that only
easier.
non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito.
Or maybe just because
We
the
need to
series is more
listen to
popular.
everything Shuichi says.
The other ones are just like niche
I
PSP
already
games.
told you, the more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Even you.
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act
Himiko
all
really
tough
is
like this.
magic. She's making her hat float.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden
Me is going for the any percent category.
You said.
She lied.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
You lied.
So weren't they?
What the truth is?
Oh, never mind.
There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally
Why-
lying about there being nothing past the wall.
Why do these things?
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Oh, okay.
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore.
I don't understand.
Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
I don't know.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Oh, shoot!
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
So, why? That wouldn't make any sense though.
So now that we know
There's no reason that that would
why did
work.
she manipulate
I
the
don't know.
program?
Whatever.
If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that
The
wall
map
for a
warps you to
reason.
the other side.
We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
I mean, it's technically not a hidden
Mystery of
route, it just
the
loops.
virtual world? There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
I'm not sure what you're referring to. That thing? The noise? Talking about the noise?
This is it!
Sure.
You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
The fact that she was the one bringing it up made me think that, but otherwise I wasn't sure I'm not sure what she was going for with the way she said that. Or why she said it like that, and why she didn't just say, "Oh, I'm worried about that noise." Yes, I know, gameplay.
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
Because the chapel is right next to the mansion.
Loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Yeah, he tends to do that.
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
No, Gonta's getting smarter.
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that.
Or maybe not.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Mind mine. What happened in the virtual world? Oh yeah, that was the thing. Oh yeah, I remember when that clock turned upside down. That was crazy.
The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river. We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
It ended up on the other side of the rock, where it shouldn't have been. Wait, am I doing another... What? Why am I... Sure. Why am I doing another minigame immediately? Calm down, game. Like, oh, we put so much money into these. Might as well use them. Use them a lot. And you're gonna like it. I don't have to actually drive. I have to actually do things. It's actual gameplay. Oh no. I shouldn't have missed that one. It's gonna kill the run. Or not. At which point was the signboard swept away? Like what time? River Mansion Chapel. Yeah, I wasn't... Yeah, I guess. Unclear on what they meant by that exactly. Alright then. Good luck getting all of those. Where is the end of the river? Can't wait for the final case with Hangman's Gambit to piece together an entire sentence. It's gonna be like a paragraph. Write the entirety of Moby Dick. Disappointment, Mansion Side, Travel Side, Mansion Side. Oh no. Chapel Side then, I guess. Oh my god. Oh no. They just slow me down. That's it. Yeah, it's not a super huge deal, I don't think. I don't know if this thing like stops at a certain point. Like if you don't have enough letters, then you just can't progress, or I don't know how it handles it. Where was the signboard found after it was swept away? That I can answer. Mansion side. And then there's one more for some reason. Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? I don't know what you mean by that. Some of these with the current, I mean... No? Sure. It did go with the current, though. Do you know what a current is? It did not go against the current, it went to the left. Or it ended up on the left. It didn't go to the left, actually.
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current.
Those are some very, very poorly
We
worded
all
questions.
saw Mew drop the sign and watch the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there.
It's an
That's
object,
not
though.
where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river. Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic. We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what.
This is pretty simple, I feel like.
All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can
I'm more
pass
interested in knowing how
Sounds
she
that
died.
shouldn't be heard.
Because it's like I get it.
Signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right?
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
What are you doing? I don't trust you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know Shuichi?
Ah, well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
In terms of, wait. What clues wait on it? Okay. As in the, is this the one? No. Where are you at? Object human. Is this it? Here we go.
This is it!
It's like, which one is the one that says that?
It might have to do
Completely
with
forgot what all of the
objects can pass
what
through.
all of the clues said. I think I've had to use that one clue like 3 times.
The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through,
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through.
I mean, aren't those the same wall?
That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
I guess they haven't pieced that together yet.
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
I mean, it actually pretty much is.
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
No. Do not, please.
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
This isn't that crazy in terms of
What the hell
common
does that even
sense.
mean?
It's really just a matter of how the map is drawn. Signboard, summer taverns, downstream, upstream, and connect.
that's it! What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both
Weird
ends
thing
of
about
the
that
river
path on the map is that that's straight up not there.
Again,
Unless it's
throw
under
out
the
all
snow or
common
something.
sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about
I was
the
assuming it
wall?
was just the way the
There was only
map was
one
drawn.
wall that could be passed through.
They're the same wall.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
In that case.
I got it. I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
Do we get the revised map now? Walls. They're the same wall. Just revelations
The chapel and the
that I
mansion
figured
aren't
out
separate.
yesterday.
They're the same wall.
Figured it out so long ago.
The same wall.
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected.
Give me that map.
Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
I don't remember you telling me that.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us.
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch!
Is it, though?
If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
Probably. Which minigame are you asking me to do? Great. I don't know what the question is. What is a unique feature of the virtual world? What? Once again, what word do you want me to do you want from me? M. No, that's a W. Never mind, I guess. Worlds. Walls, Maria. Worlds. That's not what I wanted. That's not the letter I meant. Blue. It's also not the letter I thought it was. It's also not it. That one is, though. I knew what I was trying to spell. I just couldn't. I thought I saw letters as other letters, basically.
It. The virtual world is a loop. Loop?
Just like in old games, right?
Like I thought I saw a P,
for
but it's like, nope,
example,
that was an O. It doesn't matter.
when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
I mean, I was assuming the
Yes, exactly. The edges
One of the P's was
virtual world
backwards.
are linked together in a
Oh yeah,
continuous loop.
that wasn't the issue though.
The virtual world loop?
That's the issue with trying to do multiple letters at one time.
What in the world?
Just like
If
Pac-Man.
that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream.
These kids never played Pac-Man.
And floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
Can you please flip the map?
What was
Just
world
move the
like
map to the
before
other
Mew
side,
had it all?
please. I need you
Actually,
to do it for
there
me.
wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Because it's more accurate to
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
No? What?
A looping world.
It's not weird at all. It was done like 40 years ago.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't
Actually,
explain
wait,
everything.
how old is
does it?
Pac-Man? Isn't Pac-Man from the 70s?
Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound.
I actually
in
don't know.
Hugo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past
I think
the map
I think Pac-Man is from the 70s. I could be wrong.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Maybe it's 80s.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be
think
clear
it's
where
70s,
the
though.
loop starts.
It's going to bother me.
Where the loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop...
Not Pac-Man Arc Reactor. What? Loop? What? Where's the looping point? Here? What? No. The world vertically?
I was wrong!
I think I'm a fraud. Wait, what are you,
There! The map loading point was where the virtual world looped.
1980, okay, well... Well...
We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map.
I was close.
But the loading point was actually at
Unless...
So the wall Mew created wasn't
Yeah,
at
no.
the edges of the world, but rather... Her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And
There we
any
go.
sounds emitted
Got
near
that-
the
that
chapel
good
would
map.
Also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass.
Although, yeah, it does actually
so
basically
sound
have to
should be
loop
able
because
pass
there are
through
multiple
easily.
paths.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
Impressive, Shuichi! For you
All
to
right.
get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
What is your deal? I don't know.
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember?
Yeah, I don't
Mew
believe you.
also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center. Which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Yeah. If Shuichi wasn't here,
Shuichi
then we
is
never would've
anime
solved this mystery.
Jesus. Confirmed.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
You're welcome.
Did I do anything?
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Kokichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's
Don't
how
believe
I'm
his
gonna
lies.
reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
Shuichi's cool and all, but I don't like everyone riding his dick in light of Kaede being much better and dying. Yeah. Like, at the very least, I wish Shuichi had kept his hat. Like, this Kaede seemed like a more unique protagonist. Shuichi's just kinda, it's like, yep, that's another Danganronpa protagonist, I guess. Yes, I want to save. Everything about this. I have so many questions. I have so many questions.
Ah. Huh?
What?
Huh? Really? Huh? Huh?
I don't even know what. I don't know what this conversation is.
Hmm? Oh. My head!
Monotaro! Pull yourself together!
I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but I just can't. My head! My head hurts so much, I just can't remember.
Have you forgotten? Maybe that's for the best. From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves. After all, our baby is excited to meet
Excuse me.
you know?
Daddy? Wait, what? I'm gonna be a father?
I feel like I should have a stronger reaction to this, but it doesn't.
Be surprised if he doesn't die after that.
More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off.
I have many questions and I don't think I want the answers to any of them.
But we need to find out who killed her.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Miu's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Let's see. Miu manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
If she had succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion. And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then pin it on Kaito.
As for Miu's alibi in the real world, she could say she was locked into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge. She dropped the bridge on purpose.
So that's like so conspicuous. Like this never would have worked.
Then secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop. After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's rooftop. Oh yeah, Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
That's when I saw Miu.
Problem is, because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
She was killed on the roof, right? She told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
Maybe that when culprit killed her.
That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Miu did it. If Miu did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan.
Didn't Tsumugi see Gonta outside after Miu?
Later, locking.
I don't think so. She saw Miu. That's about it. Yeah, no. Not as far as I know.
The door would be suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead.
She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
No say such mean things. Killing game bad, not Miu. Miu not bad person. Going to think we could have been friends if things different.
That might have been difficult.
You mixing that up with the last case? Yeah.
That wouldn't happen.
That wasn't the last case, that was case 2, wasn't it?
No way, Jose.
Huh?
Anyway, let's continue the discussion. If Miu was killed on the roof of the mansion, the culprit must have moved Miu's avatar to the chapel after killing her, right?
Miu and Gonta weren't involved in case 3 at all.
How they moved her avatar.
Now we know the mansion and chapel were actually next to each other. But the problem is the wall between them.
I'm also having trouble discerning which one is the chapel and which one is the mansion.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Miu's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, that's the only way, right?
But
Like I said,
the culprit send Miu's avatar through the wall?
Use that board thing as a sled.
Like they could have thrown her.
Slid her off the roof. I don't know why, but
We know. You couldn't because the avatar's physical strength was equalized.
Physical strength equalized?
as in you wouldn't have been strong enough.
That problem. Going to know can protect everyone if that happens.
Jeez, keep up with us. We're already in the second half of the class trial.
How did they send Miu's avatar to the other side of the wall? Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard?
Probably.
Because of that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right, Keyboy? That's when you found the dead Mew there, right?
Why are you saying right like that?
And I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
I figured out too much of this case, and it's really weird. Sounded like a body colliding with a wall.
That's it!
I think the sound came from Mew's avatar hitting the chapel wall. The hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there, but they were too small to make that noise. Ruling those out,
I
the only
mean,
other explanation is that the sound was
maybe if
Mew
you threw them
colliding with a
all
wall.
at once, it'd be pretty loud, wouldn't it?
If that's the case, Miyu's avatar must have hit the chapel wall really hard. We felt the impact all the way from the inside of the chapel.
Yeah, that's the real question. Mew's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force. But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
Hold on, Kokichi. What's up with the way you're talking?
Yeah, that's
Why are
sketchy.
you talking like you know everything?
Because he
Let's not
probably
worry
does.
about that right now. More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
Friends? Us?
Anyway, can we talk about that after we figure this problem out?
What is with
A way of
Kiyo's
transporting Mew's
portrait?
avatar that would cause it to crash
I've
into
only
the
just
chapel?
noticed it.
Hey, Shuichi, as your partner, I'll give you a little hint.
I am not your partner. You're not my partner.
What?
I'm not your buddy guy.
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right? Past
Yes.
the brick handrail, the roof was at a
I wonder
pretty
if he's
steep
lying
slope,
about something here.
and the slope
If something,
faced
I feel
the
like some,
chapel wall.
at least one piece
On
of
top
evidence was
that,
planted. I
there
feel
was
like.
snow on the roof. If the culprit needed force to move the body, I wonder how they did it.
How'd they do it? Oh, great. I think, was that no? Excuse me? What was that? I don't know. Is that an F? I noticed it was Monokuma, but I'm not sure what the deal was with that. But I don't know what it does.
The
I'm guessing it's
culprit
just
used
some
the
kind of
sloped
penalty.
rope as a slide for Mew's avatar.
Probably. It could be a penalty, it could be not.
Aw, man. Even with the
I didn't want
slope
to touch
and the
it.
snow, Mew's
Figured it's
body
probably
wouldn't
bad.
have slid.
Wrong. It would slide.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise. So I doubt that it would have had that much momentum.
The lattice.
No. It would slide.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
Who?
Who the hell is Shumai?
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby slipped in.
Who? Is that like Pepsi Man? Forgot.
Even if her avatar slid off the roof, would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
If it made that much
Whoosh. Who was making these
noise,
noises?
a lot of speed.
I need to know.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. But not frozen solid, right?
We'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
It's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that around, though.
That would be incorrect. It's actually just intrusive thoughts by the main character in the voice of the others.
Oh, wait.
I feel like it's a combination of both.
To help slide
Maybe.
Miu's body.
I always assumed it was like intrusive thoughts, but like
Do you remember the lattice that was
it
found
doesn't
on
make
the
sense in some
culprit?
cases because it's specifically.
The culprit later on top of that, then used it as a
Sometimes it's just
sword.
nonsense, and then sometimes it's like, okay, that's clearly like Gonta speaking or whatever.
I did notice the lattice in the storage room when I first looked,
Yeah, there was no hammer in there. I was lied to.
but during the investigation, I saw that it was gone.
Yeah, it was there, but you couldn't investigate that it was there.
Lattice
You
that
didn't
was
mention it.
found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof?
Mentioned everything else that was in there.
That's it. The culprit used the lattice as a sled.
But what's in the box?
Ding, ding, ding! That's correct! After the culprit killed Miu,
Hey,
they placed her
we
corpse
got
on the
culprit
sled
avatar.
and slid her down the roof's steep
I called
slope.
it.
The sled
Or
picked
avatar
up speed,
culprit, however you
flew
wanna.
off the roof, glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel.
The impacts made all of her belongings scatter, including the hammer and cell phone.
Just like that hedgehog who loses all his rings whenever he crashes into stuff.
That's a lawsuit.
I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I hate that hedgehog!
His worldwide fame, oh yeah.
I'm glad you're feeling motivated again.
Just needed Sonic to motivate him.
Gotta be an example to our new family.
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you grandfather now?
That's not how that works.
Now that we know how the body slid down, we're just one step away from the culprit. Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
Do I? Not really.
Yeah. In the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit, huh?
But Gonta can't believe one of us killed Miu.
However, since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects. Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion. Aside from Miu, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
So that means the suspects are Kaito, Samugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the list.
You're why?
Ooh, you got me.
Especially because you're the most suspicious one. Okay, gone to Kokichi and Kaito. It was most likely not Tsumugi because we were with her. Where? What? Excuse me? Oh, I just missed him entirely.
It's you! Kokichi, there's something I need to know.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
He did.
Which lie
I didn't
are you
notice.
talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
Fine. I'll expose your lie right now.
Except he didn't go on the roof.
It was that testimony that bothered me.
Mind mine. We got new colors. Let's go. Oh god, what is this? This is just like... This is just a mess, is what this is. But, I mean, what else would you expect, really? No, that's not it. Is it that one?
I see it! When you were explaining that the door to the roof was locked, you said... But later, you said... That's a lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, how did you know all that stuff?
You could probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion.
Did he never? Yeah, he said he
But
never
you
went to the
wouldn't
roof.
know about the brick handrail unless you went up to the roof yourself.
And then
Huh? What?
yeah, are you faking
What's
this?
this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
I didn't. I already told you that before.
You can stop faking this, whatever.
I'm so nervous.
Faking your...
Is this a sincere reaction?
Yeah, I don't think it is.
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof.
Kokichi doesn't panic.
I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
Me?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks.
She did not say this. Why would she have said that?
Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
Please don't ever do that again.
Is it my fault?
Himiko
What?
really say that?
Why would she have ever said that?
She totally said that.
No, she didn't.
When would that have even been relevant?
Yes, she did.
She did not.
She did too.
Then when? Tell me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
That's not... I don't...
What a worthless fight!
Stop them, Grandpa! All this terrible fighting is bad for the baby!
Yeah,
I don't
Grandfather,
understand.
Stop them before your grandkid is born.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna apologize, because Himiko said it.
So damn stubborn.
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
The incest isn't even the part that bothers me. The part that bothers me is the fact that they're robots and can't reproduce. I think Kyokichi's just being a shit for no reason. You might not like being aggressive with Kokichi, excuse me? Every time they bring up incest, baby, I die a little. Alright then.
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
I mean, according to his testimony, he said he was in the salon, but there's no one that can confirm that.
Liars burn in hell, you know.
Do we need to lie about that, or do I just...
I'll set your pants on fire!
Fire, 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 fire.
Because I'm not lying.
Shiver, shiver,
Why
shiver.
do you look so nervous?
So I need to lie.
The roof.
Yeah, okay.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
Because technically this would
I'm
corroborate
not
his
lying.
story. I think that's the main part is the
Rooftop door was locked and I
is the
couldn't
part where
open
he
it.
says that he went to the
So what did
salon.
Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course.
It says no one can confirm, but I don't think that's not the part that they want. Excuse me?
Liars burn in hell, you know.
I wasn't even paying attention to what the
Lying, I'll set your pants on
lie
fire!
thing said.
That's fine because I'm not lying.
Then why do you look so nervous?
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man. I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it. So what did Kokichi do? I turned back at once, of course.
And in the salon the whole time, you know?
No, okay.
Oh no!
Did I just
didn't
like
go
not
to
do it right?
I've had enough of your lies, man. I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it. So what did Kokichi do? I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the
salon the whole time, you know?
Yeah, there we go.
I'll reveal the truth.
Kokichi, you're lying right now.
I mean, a lot of the witness testimony is
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you. But you weren't there.
What? Really?
I waited there for a while. You never showed up.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Didn't you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
that's what he said. No one can confirm it. It probably also isn't true.
I see. You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi? So who are you guys gonna believe? Shuichi or me?
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
Shuichi is much more
I
trustworthy.
believe Shuichi 100%.
The one who's not Kokichi.
100 house points. Oh, no. Himiko points to Shuichi.
Are you saying you're a house?
But to go to the salon, Shuichi would need to pass by me in the dining room.
Don't do this.
I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi there.
Shut up, though.
Well, I'll believe Shuichi anyway.
Okay.
He's usually right about stuff.
Sorry, but Gonta believes Shuichi too.
Maybe you shouldn't because Shuichi is the killer.
Gonta to believe me.
What comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
Why do you guys hate lies that much?
Why do you lie so much for no reason?
Endless possibilities for lies, you know? And some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people.
Every time you lie, it's to do, it's to, oh my god.
Because it's a lie. And that means you guys are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst.
Okay.
Just spit it out already. You went to the roof, didn't you?
It's not my fault, it's everyone else's fault. Shuichi.
We didn't just meet her there.
Kokichi went to the school of Papa John.
I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge.
Revenge?
You got some balls lying to me. I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Shuichi. I won't let you do any detective work, or deduction, or mystery solving, or anything.
What are you even talking about?
Oh? So, I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
Confess?
Except why would we believe you?
A confession? So you are the culprit after all.
Let me guess he's not, though. He's probably not.
I came up with a plan after me
Confessing.
to meet up with her. She asked me pretty eagerly.
Confessing. What is
I
this?
decided to pry some info out of her.
Why did they make this confessing
She gave me
icon
the rundown of
for
the
this?
virtual world before she explained it to you guys. As I listened, I realized she was planning a murder.
How do you... Never mind.
On me, no less. When I investigated the virtual world, I found out that a person can die from shock. Without a doubt, she planned
You
to use
mean...
that for my murder.
I mean, that's pretty obvious.
So that's when I decided to prepare my own crime with her.
Isn't that how, like... Is there some anime or something? Isn't that how Sword Art works or something?
Everyone into the virtual world. That's also why I work together with Monokuma.
Well, we know that
You
part's true.
Work together with Monokuma?
I guess the jig is up. Yeah, everything he said is true. Kokichi came to me with an idea to make the killing game more interesting. It was such a good
I'm not familiar with Sword Art. I've never watched it. I think that, but I'm pretty sure that's the premise, is that you die in the game, you die in real life, and it's like you die from a heart attack or something like that. From shock.
Then the secret of the outside world is the motive, right?
No fair. Monokuma can't take
Or I might be
sides.
thinking of something else entirely.
I didn't help him with anything, and I had nothing to do with the murder itself. He merely suggested a way to spice up the killing game, and I accepted. Kokichi and I had a quid pro quo relationship. Technically, that doesn't violate the rules.
Bullshit! No matter how you look at it, you guys are working together.
Doesn't matter.
Shh, calm down. I'll explain my relationship with Monokuma, so let me finish my confession.
I'm fine with that, but you're confessing without much of a fight.
Which doesn't make sense, because he's not the killer.
I told you. I'm gonna get in the way by taking away the mystery-solving fun.
It's not exactly
If I
fun
can't win this game,
for these
then
characters.
I'll make it boring for everyone. That's my revenge. Well then, the culprit is Gonta.
What?
What? Huh?
You're not gonna explain that? I thought you were gonna explain
What
first.
did you...
Wait! When did Gonta kill Mew?
That's a lie! He didn't kill her! Kokichi's just lying!
Now you're trying to pin things on Gonta? Do you really expect us to believe such an obvious lie?
Yeah, there's no way Gonta could commit a murder this complicated. He's not smart.
It's my turn now.
Now what?
The truth is, Gonta and I worked together. We formed a duo to end this killing game.
What? Oh, as in the whole thing.
Killing Game Busters!
The thing that you weren't
What
doing.
busters?
I mean,
We must win this killing game in order to end this killing game.
I assume he means because he
What
yeah.
do you mean we?
I think I know what he's
By the
talking
way,
about.
I came up with a murder plan, and Gonta carried it out.
As in, Gonta didn't
What?
know anything about this, and Kokichi
Why
did
are you
all
more
of this
surprised
actually.
by that than the first thing he said?
Cause Gonta have no idea what he's talking about.
Probably because you weren't involved in
Come
any
on,
of this.
quit lying and tell us the truth.
Hey, Kokichi, stop.
Gonta is telling the truth. He's not someone who lies all the time like you.
And no matter how naive Gonta may be, I doubt he would ever team up with Kokichi.
Technically, he did once.
Yeah, not after insect meet and greet incident.
Yellow text. That means it's still important.
It's obvious what he's trying to do.
That'll be evidence.
Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, so Kokichi's trying to trick him. He's trying to sacrifice Gonta to escape from his crime.
Or he set up Gonta to kill Miu, but I don't understand how.
A terrible person! How dare you use Gonta like that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I did something horrible to Gonta. I didn't want Shuichi to hog all the glory, so I told everyone the truth.
Cut that out. I told you it's not gonna work.
Don't you think I could have pulled the strings and made Gonta carry out my commands?
It doesn't matter if it's possible or not, because I say it's just impossible.
That's not how that.
It does matter. There's no need to bring emotions into class trials. All we
Kind of
need
is.
logical thinking. Right, Shuichi?
What? Gonta not understand what's going on, but still. Gonta not kill Mew. Gonta really not know anything. And also, Gonta not tell lies. And Gonta not make trouble for others. 'Cause that not how gentlemen act. That why Gonta not culprit.
Yeah, Gonta's not lying. I can tell just by looking at him.
I already used my magic to check. Gonta's definitely not lying.
Then let me ask you guys. If it's not Gonta, then who's the culprit?
The obvious answer would be you.
Of course.
You have to explain
Come on!
why you didn't.
There's already proof that I couldn't have killed Mew.
There's already proof?
What, the evidence that you withheld?
Oh, did you forget already? Then let me make it clear again. Why I can't be the culprit!
Menacing.
I am not the culprit.
You are the culprit.
Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew is killed.
Mew got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally
Somebody with the
resisted if she
setting.
was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
Oh, it doesn't matter that
Strength of your
Gonta's stronger.
virtual Avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much.
Well, that's all she would
You
need to
could've
do.
kept strangling her, no problem. That's wrong.
Actually, maybe it wasn't possible for Kokichi to strangle Mew.
So
Why
I don't
wasn't it
understand
possible?
where Gonta comes into this,
Mew
honestly.
modified my avatar, so if she attacked me, I wouldn't be able to resist. If Mew touched me, then I'd be unable to move.
Huh?
So I would have had to kill her instantly, such as stabbing or hitting. I couldn't have murdered her by strangulation.
This is
because
such
it'd
an
be
adorable
game over
murder.
if she touched me.
Well, if you were using the toilet paper, you wouldn't need to touch her directly.
You would still need to be near her.
But if you can't be touched while you're wrapping the toilet paper around her neck, then it would be impossible.
Which means, as long as she died from strangulation, it couldn't have been me.
Wait, what if it was something besides strangulation then? Like,
There's no doubt Mew was strangled. We already discussed this.
Kaito is really desperate to make me the culprit. No matter how much you whine about it, you can't change the truth.
Couldn't she have died from head trauma?
The culprit who killed Mew is Gota Gokuhara! This is the truth you all adore so much.
Except the thing is, the way you've presented it, it sounds kind of like you arbitrarily just decided it was Gonta.
it's true.
It's probably correct, but for some like bullshit reason.
I believe you. You've been risking yourself to protect everyone.
Like Kokichi just like mind controlled him somehow.
Kill. He won't even kill bugs.
I believe Gonta too. I'm not gonna listen to Kokichi's lies.
Of course. Who'd believe a liar like him? He's lying about Gonta being the culprit, so there's no point talking about it. Right, Shuichi? You think so too, don't you?
Huh?
I know how important it is to believe, but as the ultimate detective, I know we can't solve this case with belief alone.
Huh?
It's just that something doesn't add up. I have this feeling something's off. We can't keep going back and forth like this. We need to discuss this.
What, you wanna suspect Gonta?
No.
Too bad, Kaito. Looks like Shuichi agrees with me.
No, I'm not trying to...
Oh, the irony!
Will you shut
It's
the
all
fuck
thanks
up?
to Kaito that Shuichi got his act together as a detective. And now, Shuichi's intuition as a detective has made him more suspicious of others. Well, can't be helped. That's just what a detective does.
That's not it, Kokichi. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone survives.
Shuichi, Gonta really not do it. Gonta not culprit. Please, believe Gonta.
I feel like you should explain how it.
We might
Whatever.
as well discuss it.
What?
Like these conversations could go much
Precautionary
faster.
measure, that's all. I think we need to seriously discuss whether Gonta was capable of committing this crime. Only then can we arrive at a logical decision.
You guys, why don't you get it? That's just what Kokichi wants. He's just trying to split us up. Shuichi, open your eyes.
It wouldn't split up if we found out it wasn't him.
2-for-1 Truth Special! Sorry to ruin this tense moment, but you guys seem pretty evenly split right now.
We're not really.
So, the
A couple people
Ultimate
haven't
Academy
talked.
is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
So we're gonna do that again?
Shuichi, why? Why don't you understand? You're my
There's an odd number right
sidekick,
now.
aren't you?
Are there?
Kaito.
Is there? I actually don't know. I don't know if there's a way to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, there are 8. Yeah. But like a few people haven't said anything, is what I'm saying. So it's like we're not really split. It's like only like 4 of us have actually talked. Like seriously, this looks pre-rendered because this isn't like what the in-engine graphics look like. So I wonder if they remade this cutscene for like each of these things. Actually, it's 3 against 5.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
I got this! I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Gonta is such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Kokichi, don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could Gonta have even made it to the rooftop without being noticed?
Kibo! The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I got this! No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
Kibo!
Wait.
That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar has special settings.
Oops, I noticed right after.
Kokichi!
Kibo! That isn't possible, because
Kokichi's avatar has special settings.
Gonta not kill Mew! On it!
I got this! The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
But Kokichi confessed he was...
Yeah, I realized right after I did that I selected the wrong
Are
one.
you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
I got this! I can't...
Let's say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt.
Kokichi, don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could Gonta have even made it to the rooftop with
Kibo!
The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses...
Got this. No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi could...
Kokichi, I did cooperate with Monokuma, but only on a temporary basis.
It's all a lie. Kokichi. That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar has special settings. Gonta not kill Mew!
I got
The
this!
truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
It's possible, it's impossible. What happens if you lose right here?
This is our answer!
In my opinion, as long as it is possible that Gonta is the culprit, we have to discuss it.
That's ridiculous. You're going to believe Kokichi over Gonta?
Technically, isn't it possible that
That's
other
not
people
it at
also did it?
all.
I don't know.
I just want the truth. If we're going to survive, I have to find the truth.
But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit.
What we know is that you don't remember.
don't think Gonta's lying.
I don't think he's lying
Didn't I
necessarily.
tell you guys already? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically.
I don't think Gonta's lying.
Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit. That's why it hurts my heart to persecute Gonta like this! Gonta, if you understand,
I almost wonder
then
if
do it right. Make logical arguments for the truth.
Kokichi did it and he's
Logical
trying to
arguments?
make it sound like Gonta did it. I don't know.
Means use your head to make arguments.
Use head.
What I'm trying to say is, if you aren't the culprit, then you gotta prove that you aren't.
But Gonta really not know.
I'm sick of hearing you say you don't know. God, why are you so dumb?
Why are you such an asshole?
Gonta
Whatever.
just want to help everyone, like true gentlemen.
Why is Kokichi bullying
You're
Gonta?
a true gentleman? More like a true nincompoop.
Kaido, can you punch him again, please?
Hey! Now that's just bullying.
Bullying? Yeah, so what? That's what you do in this game, right?
No.
You guys blame and gang up on me, but now you're gonna pretend to be good people?
Gang up on you because you're a fucking asshole.
No, I never ganged up.
Gonta, argue back already! Just make an excuse or whatever!
Stop it! That's enough!
Text stayed on
Stop
screen for a
what?
while for some
You
reason.
mean stop the game?
Stop existing.
Do you even know what you're saying?
Yeah, I know. What about it? I don't want to survive if it means I have to stoop to your level.
Oh, that's a low blow right there. Then just die in a hole for all I care. We want to live, so stop getting in our way.
Maybe I don't want you to live.
Wait. If you don't shut your mouth, then I'll shut it for you. Permanently.
Because it's not against the rules now.
Please, calm down.
I mean, hey. You know, let's hear her out.
Gonta's fault. Everyone's so upset. But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit. Cause Gonta not know anything. Really.
I'm guessing.
Get out already! That's all you've been saying this whole time!
Shuichi has an idea.
You're the one that needs to cut it out.
Maybe because he doesn't know it. As in, he actually. Yeah, because didn't Gonta say something before that was like, yeah, about the virtual world where he didn't. Yeah, he didn't know what the virtual world was. Or logging in after logging out.
That's it.
Maybe he flipped the
Gonta get into an accident in the virtual world?
maybe he actually reversed the cables. They said they didn't know what happened when that happens. When someone does that. Oh. Okay, well. I mean, close enough.
When we logged into the
I
virtual
world
world,
really
avatar
wrong.
user error occurred.
I feel like it should have been either one would work. I don't know. I guess one is jumping in logic. He didn't explain what that meant. Actually, well, he didn't explain because he didn't know.
An avatar user error?
Ever since Gonta logged out, he's been saying, I don't know.
Was
I don't
Kokichi
understand."
controlling his avatar or something?
That's because Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, right?
That's what I thought at first. But I think it's because of the error.
What you mean?
Well, if Kokichi was controlling his avatar, Gonta wouldn't be the killer. It would still be Kokichi. Because it's just an avatar, not him. Oh, great. M. Alright then. M. No. Meh? Oh, mem. Isn't there a way to fast forward letter or alright, because there's this, but I don't actually know what concentrating does.
I see now.
I think concentrating basically just slows down the
I believe it's possible that
the thing
Gonta
when it's sliding
doesn't
across the
remember what
screen,
happened in the
basically, but
virtual world.
otherwise, yeah, doesn't do much.
Huh?
doesn't remember?
You started saying, I don't know anything, after leaving the virtual world. I think that's the result of some kind of memory error.
Oh, that's why he doesn't remember anything that happened in the virtual world. Not even killing Mew.
What?
That's ridiculous!
He sounds
We're just
legitimately
screwing
surprised, like he wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
What do you mean he doesn't remember? He's just confused.
Gonta told us he was bad with computers, remember?
Memory or no memory, Gonta never hurt anyone!
No way Gonta's the culprit!
They're all saying the same thing, though.
Gonta never hurt anyone!
Doesn't remember
Gonta
a
won't
thing
keep
about the
everyone
virtual world.
safe!
You did it, but you don't
Would
remember
never
doing
kill
it,
a
right?
friend.
If there was a glitch,
Gonta is gentlemen! Gentlemen, protect
it should
friends!
have affected all of us.
Your lies aren't protecting anyone.
But because we're all okay,
Gonta not lying!
that means there was.
To swear!
Excuse
please
me?
Believe Gonta!
There we go.
I heard it! The cause of the error that affected Gonta's avatar is the 2 cords on the helmet used to log into the virtual world.
Did he not plug in one of them, or did he just put them in the wrong spots?
I think that Gonta messed up something with the cords, causing the error.
If he mixed the consciousness and memory cords, then there'd be an error with memory. Like an error that won't let you bring your avatar's memories to the real world?
What?
Gonta, do you think it's possible that you improperly connected the cords?
Or did Kokichi actually intentionally
How's
switch
Gonta
them up?
supposed to remember that?
He couldn't have messed it up. I said it over and over. Right is the hand you hold your chopsticks in.
That doesn't...
Oh, but Gonta holds chopsticks with this hand.
using that art.
That's your left hand!
Are you not allowed to do that?
What?
Isn't it dependent if you're left-handed or not? I don't know. I don't use chopsticks. I'm not a crazy person.
Like it's decided.
There's a fork like a normal human.
He's wrong, isn't he, Gonta? You remember the virtual world, don't you?
Gonta not remember. Gonta not even go to this virtual world place.
What?
Gonta fall asleep when he put helmet on. When Gonta wake up, Mew dead. Gonta not know what happened. So, Gonta worry. Gonta not understand what everyone talking about.
No, it can't be.
Except that doesn't mean he
Try his
killed
best to
her.
understand. Gonta imagine real hard.
That's enough, Gonta. We already know.
Know what?
We know that you totally forgot about teaming up with me and killing Mew.
Except wouldn't he have done that
Wait
before?
a minute! That lie! Gonta not kill Mew! 'Cause why would Gonta do that?
Yeah, it's a lie! I'll never accept this! And besides, Gonta's got no motive to kill Mew!
Yeah, that seems pretty
I
important.
already gave you my testimony on how I came up with the murder plan.
And I'm saying I don't believe you!
Kokichi, if what you're saying is true, why did you plan it this way? You wanted to plan the murder yourself, but have someone else carry it out?
Except why would Gonta do
Is
it?
the person who planned it also included as a blackened with the perpetrator?
No.
Nope! Only the person who actually commits the murder becomes the blackened!
This is the thing that
There's no
happened.
incentive to just plan the murder.
before,
But Gonta's
pretty
such
sure,
a gentle
right?
soul. Why would he agree to this?
Hold on, that hasn't been decided yet.
Who cares about the motive? Let's vote for the culprit already.
I care about the motive.
Especially
I
because
don't
then
care. Finding the culprit is more important in this class trial.
no, it's not. Not if it's a
Talking about the
lie.
motive is
It
meaningless.
actually,
It's not necessary for this specific case.
it would be necessary because we have no,
No
we
matter what you
don't
say,
believe him.
I'll never believe your lies.
Like,
We all agree that Gonta is the culprit, right? It would be impossible for anyone but him.
why would it be impossible?
Why?
It's pretty obvious if you use the process of elimination. Which means, Shuichi, you'll be my partner, right?
Oh god, don't even. Don't bring me into this
Because if you don't
Don't
face the
use
truth,
my
then we'll all
name.
die, right?
ever again.
And you don't want that, do you?
Maybe I do. Maybe that's the best ending.
Okay, let's begin!
Quit screwing around. I'm done putting up with your selfish bullshit.
Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives depend on it.
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list. Shuichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
Because they were on the chapel side? Can access the crime scene. Got it.
They couldn't get to the crime scene, could they?
The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Miu could pass through the wall. The three at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it.
Except you
Kaito is the next one off our suspect list. And you know why, right?
because he wasn't there. Except why are you
Kaito
not?
logged out ahead of us.
Why is it impossible for you to have done it?
Miu logged Kaito out from the start.
Just process of elimination is all we're going
But
with.
she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right? Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world, it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out. Miu's time of death was around 6:30 in the morning. That's after Kaito logged out.
Kokichi's completely running the show now.
My synergy with Shuichi is super on point now, so let's move on to the remaining suspects. Gonta, Samugi, Shuichi, and me. Samugi and Shuichi can be crossed off. But what's the reason for that?
Both have alibis for each other. Solid alibis.
Tsumugi and I are witnesses to each other's alibis.
Both of you heard Miu hitting the chapel wall, right? The culprit was definitely on the roof during that time, since they slid Miu down. Because of that, Shuichi and Samugi can't be the culprit. That leaves only Gonta and me as the remaining suspects.
Then you're the culprit!
Sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
We've had some pretty elaborate kills here. You didn't necessarily need to touch her. Couldn't have killed me. That's not really doesn't explain in and of itself, but okay.
Kokichi wasn't capable of strangling her.
At least not normally.
So then, it's down to one person. And who was that again? Well, who is it?
Still you.
Don't answer, Shuichi! You don't need to answer that! This is all Kokichi's trap!
It could be. I don't know yet. Okay, I don't know where anyone is positioned relative to each other. I assumed Kokichi was on the opposite side.
It's Gonta.
Shuichi?
Of Shuichi and Gonta was like between them.
Yep.
I don't know.
Gonta is the only person who could have committed the murder. You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for. The thing you guys wanted so badly! A truth without any lies! Mew Iruma's killer is Gonta Gokuhara!
Except that doesn't really make any sense still.
Really? Did Gonta really do it?
Unless it's just gonna be like, oh, he killed her. We're not gonna explain why.
Really your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy.
Like, we only have part of the story here.
So, oh well. A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting. So, better than nothing. If Gonta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast. Especially since he's an idiot.
Hold on. I still haven't accepted this. This has gotta be...
I'm actually with Kaito, honestly.
I still believe in Gonta. He's not the kind of person who'd kill.
Kaito.
Normally I wouldn't be, but it's like,
I've said this a million times, Kaito. You shouldn't use emotions to
You want proof? I've got your proof.
Does he actually? Probably not.
After Tsumugi and Shuichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside. And who did they see out there?
They did? We did?
Gonta.
I mean, couldn't he have just jumped down from the roof?
When Mew's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof.
I see. If Gonta's the culprit, it'd be weird if he wasn't on the roof.
Something, toilet paper?
It's possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact.
You'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside the mansion from the roof. Is that where Shuichi and Tsumugi ran to when they heard the crashing sound?
Then maybe he jumped off the roof.
That's not possible. That rooftop was pretty high up.
Toilet paper.
Normally, Gonta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough. How about that? Now you get it, right?
The motive still seems like an important thing that we're missing here, though.
The mansion.
Now you can't say Gonta's the culprit. Congrats, Gonta.
What? Really?
It would have been.
No, that's wrong.
What?
Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion.
Huh?
Looks like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all feel it. But we have to face the truth. No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it to survive.
Is Kokichi still gonna die?
Which side are you on, Shuichi?
Because
Kaito, please.
I was unclear on what Monokuma meant about the tie vote thing.
Sidekick? Was that just a lie?
Kaito!
Fine then. I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up.
Oh, great.
I'll never accept
That's something.
this. Don't you know Gonta at all? Not the kind of guy who kills someone. Don't you know that about him by now? Damn it! Why won't you believe
What's that
Gonta?
alien thing, though?
Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi!
Oh, great.
Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Damn it! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Keep saying the truth this, the truth that, but there's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit?
Square and circle look a little too similar sometimes.
Truth this, the truth that, but damn it! There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop!
That was a long sentence.
Damn it!
The toilet paper we found outside the mansion. That's what the culprit used to get from the roof to the ground.
The toilet paper?
The same toilet paper that was used as the murder weapon. That's why we didn't find it anywhere else. Not at the scene of the crime, nor on Mew's body. It was outside the mansion.
Hold on. If they use the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof, then they need to tie it to something. But there was nothing to tie it to.
The
I know,
binoculars.
I investigated the roof.
The binoculars that everyone saw.
Stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this.
Of course I am. I'm gonna believe in Gonta till the very end.
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
What?
That thing.
There! The binoculars on the rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there.
I figured that was going to be a thing at some point anyway. Although if it was tied.
However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down.
Okay, because I was like, wait, how would they? Because how would it have dropped back down? It would be stuck.
And then use the doubled up toilet paper to climb down. But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct.
It seems
I came up with that
too
idea.
elaborate for Gonta to do.
But I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom.
But why would... I don't know.
I guess he ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by.
I feel like...
Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
I don't understand though why...
Appear to be settled.
Why? But why though?
That... it's...
So, it's true. Going to really kill Mew.
But I'm the one who came up with the plan. Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta. Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
Or was he trying to convince Gonta that he did it? I don't know.
Such terrible thing.
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Hmm?
I won't
It
let
also
you
stop
Kokichi.
advancing the text, I
If
guess.
anyone is gonna get him
Stop
to
the game
confess,
entirely.
it's me.
Hmm? I don't know.
Gonta, I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay? When you're convinced, you just let me know, all right? Let's end this together.
Okay.
Sure. I don't know. Where? Toilet paper that doesn't tear. Kaido logged out. Lettuce. Phone. Poison. Okay. It's the map. We do when the others left for the mansion. Oh god. And she got to the mansion. Probably the cell phone. Against their will. Oops. Open Mew the hammer, which is not. Lattice. The hammer. Okay. Signboard was. Where are you at, hammer? Okay. There's so much. Oh. Chords. Investigating the roof. I don't remember who investigated the roof, actually. I don't remember any of these. Who investigated what? Going to get rid of this. Kaido was on the roof? Was he? Kitchen. Okay. I think I was confused as to when this was. Outside.
This is the truth of the case! The case began last night. After being convinced by Mew, we all logged into the virtual world. To log in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device. So, we all plugged those cords into our helmets and entered the virtual world.
Why weren't those plugged in to begin with?
But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar. As a result, the culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world. It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's personality as well.
It made him murderous?
Because I can't believe that someone so kind could commit murder. But we had no idea this error even happened. And so, we all logged in one by one. Meanwhile, Mew was the last to log in. She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal. After Mew confirmed we were all logged in, she took out the bottle of poison. And placed it on Kokichi's seat. This was done to make it look like Kokichi was killed by poison when we returned. Yes, the reason Mew modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world, but make it look like he had died in the real world. After we had all logged in, Mew explained the world to us. Use the salon phone to log out. Objects are unbreakable. Your avatars use all 5 senses.
Can we get a Danganronpa game in this art style?
She also
Or just anything
explained
in
the
this art
virtual
style?
world in the mansion's entrance hall. But her explanation was intentionally false. She wanted us to misunderstand the world. However,
No,
none of
why
us
not?
was able to see through her scheme. The very person Mew was trying to kill, Kokichi.
It's just me, or does Kokichi look sort of like a human Shadow the Hedgehog?
Plotted her murder. But Kokichi wouldn't do it himself. He used a patsy to be the culprit in this case. Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed. But it seems as though right after
Yeah, why didn't Kokichi mention that?
Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together to execute the murder. Eventually, we met up with Kokichi and crossed the river to the chapel. Mew had us split up to try to find some secret of the outside world.
Was there any secret there at all? Or was that also just a complete lie?
Kaito, Kokichi, Gonta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion, while Maki, Himiko, Kibo, and Mew investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Mew's plan. At the chapel, Mew told Maki that she was going to look around outside. She chased after our group while we were heading toward the mansion.
She had a pretty bad plan.
Once she made sure we were across, she dropped the bridge into the river. This was to trick us into thinking that the river separated the mansion and chapel. At the time, we thought nothing of it. It was just another one of Mew's pranks.
That wouldn't really be much of a prank if the assumption was that they'd be just completely stuck over there. And also, what was the plan?
We went to the mansion and split up
to get everyone out. Had that not... Had her original plan worked.
Searched the salon. Kaito searched the roof. Tsumugi searched the dining room. I searched the kitchen. And finally, the culprit searched outside the mansion.
Gonto's like, yeah, I'm gonna commit murder. That doesn't seem right.
Around that time, Mew was headed for the wall that was on the side of the chapel. She passed through the wall and headed for the mansion to kill Kokichi. You see, the wall was a special wall that Mew had added herself. This wall was programmed so that only objects could pass through. And Mew had changed her avatar settings from human to object. That was the hidden route she prepared for herself. She set up a wall that only she could pass through. Mew headed toward the mansion, but she was seen by Tsumugi on the way.
Is Monokuma able to monitor
When
this?
she entered the mansion,
Or
she pulled out her cell phone. She didn't tell us
I
that
don't know.
there was another way to
I don't
log
see how he
out.
would.
Then, she spoke a name into the phone, which forced that person to log out. It was Kaito who was on the roof at the time. The same roof where Kokichi and Mew were going to meet. By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out, she was making him look the most suspicious, but her plan didn't go smoothly. Kokichi was waiting on the roof with a culprit and the toilet paper used to kill Mew. While Mew was distracted by Kokichi, the culprit snuck up from behind. And used the toilet paper from the mansion's bathroom to strangle Mew. This was only possible because objects in the virtual world are unbreakable. Mew's avatar was strangled to death, and the shock killed Mew in the real world. After the murder, Kokichi left the cleanup to the culprit and left the roof.
So Kokichi was just on the roof
Probably returned
during
to
the
salon
murder,
as soon as he could to avoid drawing suspicion.
and then
The culprit then took the lattice from the storage room and placed Mew's body on top along with the hammer and the cell phone. The culprit heaved the lattice over the railing and forcefully slid it down the roof slope. With a body on top of it, the lattice became a makeshift sled and flew off the roof. It went through the wall that only objects can pass through before crashing into the chapel.
so why wouldn't Kokichi just do this part?
That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel and we heard in the mansion. Mew's wall hid the fact that the mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and I were able to hear the crash from the mansion. As the final step, the culprit had to then get off the roof. Because we were at the mansion, they couldn't take the stairs or they'd be seen. So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop. They hung the toilet paper from the binoculars on the roof and used it like a rope to climb down. Once the culprit was safely on the ground, they pulled at the toilet paper to retrieve it. They would have returned it to the bathroom, but they ran into us as we were leaving the mansion. In a panic, the culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby. Without that one little mistake, we might never have solved this case because the culprit doesn't remember.
Oh, I was kind of confused as to why it was just.
Forgotten. Gonta Gokuhara, the ultimate
It's
entomologist.
like, why is it just showing him immediately?
Gonta, this is the truth we've reached.
But is it the truth?
Sorry. Going to not really understand, 'cause going to not smart boy. But if everyone agree, then everyone probably right.
Not necessarily.
Going to trust everyone.
Gonta.
But why?
This is what I would like to know as
kill
well.
Mew, forget everything. Going to even think he not do anything bad. And then going to try to blame someone else and make everyone suffer. Why? Why go to do such terrible thing?
Gonta, it's not your fault.
It's Kokichi's fault. He must have tricked Gonta.
Huh? I totally didn't trick him.
I don't believe you.
Before we go into that, it's voting time. We should finish up the class trial first.
No, you should actually go into this first because it's probably very relevant.
Is this the right answer? We're not being fooled by Kokichi?
For once, I wish that we were.
Huh? Wrapping things up already?
I mean, already. It seems like a pretty standard
Full of
length.
an ending. It lacks the rush of previous voting times. Well, after so many killing games, I guess it was bound to happen eventually.
It's just as well. This killing game is a bad influence on the baby.
Please stop
Oh my
everything.
Lautaro. You're even starting to look like a father.
Yeah! I gotta get my act together for the baby.
Also,
Now then,
never
pull
mind.
yourselves together and let's begin! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off! It's voting time!
Interested to know. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about it. I'm just doing something for no reason. For no reason at all. Don't worry about why I'm doing that.
It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result.
I've always wanted to know what happens if you vote wrong, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. 2 people voted for Kokichi. So it doesn't actually matter.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Curious as to who the other one was. It was probably Kaido. Still feel like something's missing. Yes, perfect. What was this? Of course it was.
Absolutely right! Let me hear your joyful voices! Let me hear your joyful voices!
What is this voice line?
Damn.
Wah!
I don't know. Okay, please stop. You're making this worse.
And another thing. Here. Oh.
Of course it was.
What was that?
But also, what? Whatever.
Hey!
Oh, I see.
Why? What?
Huh?
Please stop!
All right.
Excuse me? How are we supposed to do that?
Huh?
Isn't that like against the rules or something?
Because
But
What even?
Gonta's memories didn't transfer over, so they're still in the virtual world as data. I can combine Gonta's consciousness from his last login with that leftover memory data. Ta-da! Alter Ego Gonta
Alter
is
Ego
now
Gonta?
complete.
Alter ego?
Basically, it's a separate Gonta that only exists in virtual space. If we
Are you
listen
going?
to what he says,
Never mind.
we should be able to find out what happened in that world.
Huh? What this? What happening? Huh? Huh?
What's that mean?
He created an AI.
Now then.
But why would he say anything? I don't know.
Please. Why? Huh?
oh man.
Oh.
What was the plan?
Gonta.
Huh?
Did Kokichi lie to Gonta?
Gonta
About something?
Don't know. Wrong.
Except he didn't tell him anything until they got into the
That's-
virtual world. But
Gonta.
yeah,
except he switched the chords by
But-
accident. So otherwise,
Gonta.
so the plan was not to have Gonta lose his memories.
What?
That was just a lucky coincidence.
Oh.
huh?
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Was it the door in the library?
What?
Assuming means not literally. Don't follow.
Please wait.
Hey, hey!
What is that even? What?
Huh?
In other words, yeah.
So he's not trying to save anyone, actually, he's just full of shit.
Huh?
What?
Except we never found that. How did we...
Huh?
That would make sense, obviously.
Wait,
Incomprehensible.
Oh? You get it?
What?
hey!
To tell you the truth,
So it
bad.
just okay. What?
Always messing around.
I completely forgot that happened. I don't remember these things being said. I vaguely remember the conversation, but I don't remember.
Maybe?
Yeah, whatever.
Gonta.
I remember it happening, I just don't remember the specific things they said. I do remember Gonta leaving with Kokichi, though. What?
How'd this happen?
What is that? Yeah, okay.
That's...
What did you say?
No way! Wrong.
It doesn't really sound... Strangling sure is merciful, yeah. It's like, don't worry, I'll make your death slow and painful. Make sure you suffer. You'll love it.
How'd this happen? But...
Yeah.
Except the other option is to just not kill anyone.
You get it?
Hold on.
Yeah, not really. Oh, Monokuma won't let him tell you that.
Hey,
Right?
That's the sort of thing you gotta reveal for the end.
Sorry!
Reveal at the end. Save for the end, I
Why?
think was what, I don't know. Oh jeez, he said the thing. He said it, oh no.
But
Imagine the rest of what? Except, never mind. I feel like there are other ways you could have done this if this is what you wanted to do. Maybe she should have. I feel like the oh god, whatever. I still think the better outcome would be if she just murdered Kokichi. She'd be a hero.
It can't be.
By the way,
Huh?
He didn't know about the wall. Oh, and never mind. I find that hard to believe.
but
Stop it!
well,
Nope, gotta wait for the end.
Sorry!
I don't think we all have the same personality. I don't think all of us would try to kill ourselves.
How can this be? Sorry!
It's kind of presumptuous. It's like, well, I can't tell you because you'll just want to die.
Gonta, idiot!
Besides the fact that technically... like, then... If that was the goal, then wouldn't telling everyone...
Huh?
mean we'd still end up dead one way or another. I don't know. There's no... like... no. Why would that be helpful? That would be worse.
Don't screw around.
Please stop! Sorry, everyone.
We have Kaito here. He'd make sure no one kills themselves.
I know that!
That's a weird thing to think of actually.
So am I!
Why not? Then why not do it yourself then?
Please stop!
You could have just had Gonta hold her down or something, and then you take the hammer. Could have also not done this, because he totally did this all to be a shit. So.
Huh?
And another thing.
But they're all as strong as each other, it doesn't matter.
So am I!
Because the only real reason Kokichi couldn't do it himself was just because he'd be paralyzed.
I know that!
But...
And then what if he ends up killing the AI version instead or something?
Okay. Ah.
It's that one of you is going to die.
Yeah.
What? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Why is now the time?
I've prepared a very
Of course it
special
is.
punishment.
For them it is. These writers are special.
No.
Am I supposed to feel sorry for Kokichi or something?
How can this be?
Or feel like he's even being honest?
It's punishment time!
Sorry, everyone. Gonta, idiot!
Why not? God, whatever. I don't know. There were multiple better solutions to this whole situation, but instead it's like, no, you're gonna do this big dumb thing. Why though? That's not a baby. That's some kind of abomination. Is this some kind of weird fetish thing? Of course. I don't know. She gave birth to Scyther. I don't know if I prefer this outcome.
Thrilling. Dang it!
Why?
Yes, because that's the thing we should be concerned about.
Unbelievable.
Why don't you explain, how did you have children?
Oh!
This isn't even just a Bowser Jr. thing. You're not even real.
Damn it.
Got a minute?
He's not gonna tell us.
What was that?
Did Kokichi lie?
You?
Really?
I don't want
course.
to, stupid head.
Kokichi.
Oh man, did you fall for all that fake crying?
No. No, I didn't.
So dumb! I would never cry for Gonta.
What?
Because
What? No. I don't even know.
Hey!
Did you also make this entire story up?
no.
Huh?
Which means
Why would Kokichi ever want to save everyone?
don't get it.
Hey!
Who cares about that idiot? I want to enjoy this game filled with suspicion and betrayal from the bottom of my heart.
An asshole.
I am the supreme leader of evil, so it's obvious my personality would be twisted. The more you suffer, the more I enjoy it. There are people in this world who spread grief and misery for no reason than the thrill of it. And I'm one of those people. Nothing pleases me more than inflicting pain on others!
I think Kokichi is
You?
I think he's surpassed Nagito at this point.
You're so dumb.
You bastard. Do you want to die?
Can you actually though?
Don't screw around.
Do it, do it, do it, do it. Give him the auras. Excuse me?
Sorry. I tried to dodge you, but I punched you instead.
Kaito!
You...
By the way, Kaito, is it just me? Or are you way slower? Maybe.
Does he know that he's
Just maybe.
sick?
Kaito is hiding something from us, too.
Of course, Kokichi knows everything. In, what?
Got a minute?
Yes, you're quite small. And you look very fragile.
Bastard.
Let's have more fun. Monkey.
Do it, Maki. Don't listen to Shuichi.
Right?
Are you alright?
Sorry.
Himiko continues to be useless.
That's wrong.
I can't tell if Kokichi, like, I don't get his, I don't know.
No.
Like, he actually has something wrong with him. He doesn't even have an actual motivation.
Oh, man.
He's just mentally unstable.
Kaito! Huh?
Hey!
What?
Okay?
Oh no.
What?
Kaito?
That shouldn't happen. That probably shouldn't
What?
happen.
Why? What's the matter, Kaito?
Why are you coughing up
Come on.
Pepto-Bismol? Stop
Don't
doing
freak
that.
out over this.
Where did you get
It's
Pepto-Bismol
nothing.
and where can I
My
find some?
Cold just got worse is all.
I didn't know that coughing up blood was a cold symptom.
It's a
You're
special
robot,
cold.
And you don't know that? I'm saying it's fine. Just chill. I just coughed too much and cut my throat or something. I don't know.
I don't believe that's how coughing works. Shouldn't have eaten all those razor blades.
Kaito!
Shut up!
Huh?
Why is Shuichi yellow there?
Well,
Hmm.
Damn it!
Oh god, what now?
It's almost time. Yeah, it's almost time. This should be enough. I'll end it.
That's something.
Now is the time. I'll end this killing game.
Is Kokichi gonna end up being like the hero or something? The world's just mine. Great. World is a fuck. 410 billion dead students. I don't know. Still has the poison? I mean, there's tons of poison in Shuichi's lab, so it wouldn't matter. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need to still have it. He could just get more. Okay, I'll just save it with this one since it wasn't important. Alright. Don't worry about this. That's whatever we'll be doing next time. Or should I just advance past this one part? Or should I... I'll just do this one part. I forgot normally that's where I turn it off. Whatever. I'll just keep going for a little bit.
Little Mana funny, little Mana dumb, and the rest. Oh, why did you have to die? Your lives were irreplaceable.
Just wanted to see this next time.
My grief is
I mean, is
piling up
5 gonna be the
with
last chapter then, or
No.
either 5 is the last chapter, or they're doing like a
I told them
thing with 1 where 5 is like a
their
fake
life,
chapter,
'cause
kind
you
of.
only get one shot at it. And once it's over, nothing can replace it. Oh, why did they take their lives for granted? If only they cared about their lives, they would have worked harder to earn my love. It's all their fault. Bad stuff always happens to kids whose parents don't love them. But the more I think about it, why did those kids even exist?
This is a legitimate
What's
question.
an irreplaceable life anyway?
Voyage without passion or purpose? Okay. There's only 7 of us left, right? Oops, wait, what did that say? I wasn't paying. Okay. Is it Kaito Himiko?
Jeez.
Kaito is very optimistic about the fact that he's
Luminary of the
dying.
Hey,
Got it. Huh.
But
Ah.
That's... yeah, no one believes you, I don't think.
Idiot.
Is there some like super long acting poison that Kokichi gave him in chapter 1 or something?
My bad. Come on, man. Haha!
Wait, what are they? Kurumi doesn't cook for them anymore, so what are they eating? Is it like the second game where it's like Monokuma just like the food just appears for them, basically, with no explanation as to where it came from?
Okay.
Try cereal and untoasted bread. Oh god. Just raw,
What was that?
dry oats or something. Actually, I get the feeling this cutscene is going to be a little on the long side.
But
It's going to be a while before I have control.
You know,
You.
Such an optometrist. I don't think that was... I think she actually said exactly what she meant.
but you know,
Shuichi!
On what? What? I'm not a doctor.
Okay.
Oh, not about Kaito. About the...
You're
yeah.
right.
I'm still not a doctor. I'm not wrong. Regardless of whether you're talking about Shuichi or me.
hey, so
Huh?
Kokichi.
No.
Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. What is he, Voldemort now?
How annoying.
hey,
Yeah?
Do you want to die? Dot
Sorry.
MP3? I don't know.
Hey!
Dot WAV.
No.
But
This sounds like this is going places that we've already been before.
Yoo-hoo!
Why?
Swear to God, if we're dealing with another one of those cases.
What's the point?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the 5th chapter is always where a bunch of nonsense happens, one way or another.
Yo! You get 2 keys. This one is the last real key, and this one is the real last key.
Well, what's
I
the
assume both of
difference?
them open things, and that's about it.
Now then. Bye-bye.
What should we do?
Aren't we already, like, we're, like... What? Does sweat, though, which doesn't make sense.
Ugh. All right.
Then,
Okay.
Well...
Split up and began our search. In other words, I'll be finding whatever it is that we need. Well, eventually. But that won't be now. Right now, what I'm gonna do... You know what I'm gonna do. You know where this is going. I'm gonna save. And then... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. And then... Yeah. I don't know. Next time, we'll do Chapter 5. And I'm sure it's gonna be fun. I don't know. I heard some people say they don't like the ending of this game. I don't know what specifically about the ending. I just know apparently a lot of people really don't like this game's ending. I don't know. I don't know. Or, well, I heard Liam saying he didn't like the ending at first, and then he liked it after thinking about it for a bit. So I don't know what that's gonna be. That's gonna be something. Anyway, that's it for Danganronpa this week. That's it for the streams this week. So nothing tomorrow, as standard. Monday is more Danganronpa, of course. Tuesday, getting into other dumb stuff. Different kind of dumb. Sonic Forces dumb. Yeah. So that'll be Tuesday. I'm calling it. I think I'll like it more than Neck. I feel like it'll be on the level of Sonic Lost World, which I thought was fine. It was passable. It was a game that I played. I felt very little emotion playing it. I don't know. Sonic Forces at least will be dumb in some ways, so it'll be that. Anyway. Yeah, pretty regular schedule next week. But that's it for today. Also regular schedule today. Not today, actually, no. That's a complete lie. What am I saying? No, regular schedule right now. This is going to be a very standard into the stream. Where I do the thing I just did, where I said all the stuff I said, and then I feel like there's some other part that I probably should put here about following or something. Or I don't know. But anyway, no, I don't know. I don't know. I got nothing. As always. Goodbye.